Hello viewers, both future and past, I'm Kelby.
I'm Lola.
I'm Emma, and together we three are
the NerdStreet Hoodlums.
The notorious Lady Nerd Gang, here to give you unadulterated opinions on all things lady and nerd culture.
This is the very first installment in our Summer Robots video series. We're actually talking about two films today.
Two?
Yes. The Terminator and Terminator 2, resulting in a video which we would like to call a two-minator. Which sounds a little bit cancerous.
It's not a tumor!
If you don't splice that shot in, you're gonna be really disappointed.
Oh, it'll be in there.
Oh, good.
So, I had seen Terminator 2 a lot more than I've seen The Terminator.
Yep.
And rewatching The Terminator, there were a couple of things that, I was a little surprised by, I guess. I just have this image of Linda Hamilton, imprinted in my mind from T2.
With their sweet guns.
Yeah, which is not what...
Cocking a shotgun one-handed.
Doing pull-ups in her friggin' hospital room.
Yeah, and she's not that at all
No,
in
not
the
in the
first
first
Terminator.
one.
The thing that I actually did really like was seeing her evolution from the character that she was in the first Terminator. And even in Terminator, I wasn't disappointed in her. I wasn't she's such a whiny victim. No, she takes shit into her own hands and she destroys the Terminator. But then to see her in Terminator 2, where she is an incredibly strong, also physically tough kind of character.
But super damaged.
Yes, and it was cool to be oh, yeah, she was just a normal girl. And then she adapted with her circumstances, but that would fuck somebody up.
I feel like having your boyfriend of a day be murdered by the same killer robot that killed every person you know and love in the entire world, and also a million cops, kind of makes you incapable of being a normally emotional, receptive person.
Yeah.
So seeing her really kind of off the deep end a little bit in Terminator 2 makes a lot more sense.
There is one thing I sort of want to bring up about the first Terminator.
Oh my god, is it the fact that if the technology of today was around back then, that the entire plot would be obsolete?
Well, that for sure.
So it's not that.
Right, because then somebody could have just had Find Friends installed on Sarah Connor's iPhone, and they'd have no problem finding her whatsoever.
Well, also, first off, he finds her name in the Terminator in the first one finds all the Sarah Connors in a phone book. Phone book. It's a relic from the past, children. We don't really use those anymore. And then, when he finally gets to her apartment and he kills her roommate by mistake, the only reason he realizes that he didn't kill her is because she left a message on
the answering machine.
Beep! Hey, it's me! Your roommate!
It's Sarah
Connor!
Ginger, who is totally not Sarah Connor, but my roommate. I'm the actual Sarah Connor. I need you to come to this bar.
And here's the specific address.
Yes, here's the address for that bar.
Right.
Come pick me up. And that leads to all of the death and destruction in the beginning of the movie. And then she can't get a hold of the cops because she doesn't have a cell phone.
Yeah.
But she had a cell phone while she was on the road. She totally could have called the cops.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It really
It's
would have solved all their problems. And it's funny because in Terminator 2, I didn't think that at all. I never thought if they had an iPhone, this would be fixed. But all throughout Terminator, that was one of the main things I could not stop thinking
because
about.
there were just too many things going wrong because of the lack of today's technology. In T2, bad things are happening just because nobody can escape.
Yeah, it's not as much of a period piece.
Well, I feel like they were really, really smart with where their villain came from in Terminator 2, which is they were maybe he doesn't just blunder around looking for the wrong John Connor. How would he be able to find anyone he wanted to? Oh, duh, he's a cop. Solved. And it's super creepy because he has all the information on everyone. And he can get anyone to tell him anything. As opposed to the first movie where it's I am a terrifying giant man with a gun. Where is the person I'm looking for?
The thing that I actually wanted to bring up about the first Terminator.
I derailed you.
No, it's totally fine. That was a derailing that needed to happen because those were all thoughts that I had. So Kyle Reese travels back in time and tells Sarah Connor that her son from the future is like the savior of all mankind. They sleep together once and she gets pregnant and she just assumes it's that kid.
Oh man! I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
She just assumes not to have any more kids.
Right. She just assumes like,
That
well, he said my kid from the future is like the savior, so I'm 19 and can't balance a checkbook.
He didn't say it was gonna be his kid.
I mean, he doesn't know.
Right?
He doesn't know.
Right.
And the thing is that like, this is terrible, but like it's okay because like Kyle Reese is like kind of a dork. Like he's
being a goof.
He's not like a gross like macho dude.
No, he's kind of a nerd.
Yeah.
He's a nerd for Sarah Connor.
I know.
Is the thing.
Yeah, he like totally hero worshipped her.
Oh, he's so sweet on her. Yeah. He is absolutely sweet on Sarah. And I think that's why it doesn't rub me the wrong way that he's just like, I'm here for you, woman. We're having a night together.
Right.
You've got my baby.
Yeah, no.
It's not like he's like, come here. He's like, oh, I'm here to save you. Oh, you're asleep. Can I take you? One of my favorite things in that I kind of enjoyed retroactively going back and seeing the first one is realizing that the psychiatrist has been around the whole fucking time.
That
And I was like,
slimy bastard.
having only seen T2, I was like, I hate that guy. And then you see the first one, you're like, he was there. He saw everything.
I hate him even more.
You know who's the best?
Who?
Edward Furlong.
Oh.
Well, young Edward Furlong.
Baby Edward Furlong was the best.
Before the drugs got him.
Before the drugs
I
got him. Oh, bless you. You were so cute.
The thing that I found very disturbing about John Connor was he cursed an awful lot.
For a 10-year-old.
An awful lot. Also, I was, for all the cursing, I was not that articulate at age 10. Like, he's not
He had to grow up fast,
okay.
When you're preparing for the robot future,
this is true, and
you don't get a child.
and that is the thing, is that, like, his whole life, it's like, we're preparing you for the robot future, John, so, all right. I digress.
You have to save us all from, tiny 10-year-old. It is in your hands.
Good luck.
The future of humanity rests on you. And you
No
haven't
pressure.
even hit puberty yet.
My final thought to take away from all of this is how much I really enjoyed Arnold Schwarzenegger's performance.
In T2?
In T2.
Yeah.
So good.
There were moments where I got like a little emotional. Like when they hug and like
At
the end when they hug and Arnold straight up like goes in for that hug. It's not a robot being like, child is clinging to me. Like they totally like
it's a real hug.
in for it. It's a real hug and I got really emotional about it.
My final thought is just the fun fact that Linda Hamilton has a twin.
I know!
So the scene where there's two Sarah Connors, there were actually two Sarah Connors.
My takeaway is that I know I'm getting old because I found Robert Patrick oddly attractive this time around. As a child, super scary, scary, scary man.
Yeah.
As an adult,
Yep.
I'd hit that.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Twitter at NerdStreet. You can also find us on Facebook and Tumblr and Instagram. And check all of those various social media locations for our announcement of the next movie that we will be live tweeting and then recapping on video in our Summer of Robots movie series. Remember that is hashtag Summer of Robots.
Hashtag Summer of Robots.
If you guys have any movies that you would like us to watch this summer, remember they have to be robot related. We've already gotten a couple of very fantastic suggestions, but keep those suggestions coming. You can leave it in the comments below. And also if you have any takeaways from any recent or several years prior watchings of either The Terminator or Terminator 2, leave it in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. That's it for now, guys, and we'll see you all next week.